Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to shake things up a little bit. Instead of, our usual stack of research, we're diving into a fictional world. But don't worry, this isn't, just any story. It's a poem, actually. And we'll be unpacking Christmapus, the Christmas octopus, a tale that takes kind of a playful jab at our holiday traditions and makes us question who deserves generosity. Ready to meet the Christmas octopus.
Yeah, I have to admit, this is one of the more unconventional sources I've encountered.
Right.
But trust me, this poem uses humor and absurdity to explore some really intriguing themes.
Exactly. So picture this. It's the day after Christmas, and Santa's, just delivered all those presents. Or did he? As he's flying back to the North Pole, his hat goes overboard. And not just any hat. This is Santa's magic hat, the source of all that holiday spirit.
It's a brilliant setup, right?
Yeah.
This single, improbable event sets the stage for the whole story. And of course, the hat lands right on the head of our unlikely hero, Chris the octopus.
Cue the transformation. Chris becomes Christmapus, the Christmas octopus.
Now, I have to ask, what's the first image that pops into your head when you hear Christmas octopus? Because it's probably not traditional holiday cheer, right?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
And that's the genius of it. The authors immediately subvert our expectations of what a holiday hero should be, setting the stage for a challenge to the norm. But here's the twist. Santa's been watching Christmapus. He has a secret camera in that hat, and he's not too happy with what he sees.
A little creepy, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Santa's supposed to be making a list, checking it twice, not spying on unsuspecting sea creatures. But speaking of unexpected, Christmapus isn't wandering the streets alone. He encounters Barry the wino, and they decide to team up. It's like Buddy Cop Christmas, but with sausage.
That's a pretty spot-on description.
Yeah.
And their mission, they're delivering sausage to all the kids. Santa missed the ones who, according to the poem, did not excel in sports or good looks, or were otherwise left off of Santa's gift books.
Yeah, so Santa has a whole ranking system.
Yeah, it seems like it.
And what does it even mean to be otherwise left off? What kind of criteria is Santa using here?
That's the heart of it, isn't it? The poem subtly critiques this idea of who deserves generosity. It challenges our assumptions about what makes someone worthy of receiving and what happens when they don't fit a predetermined mold. And remember, Santa has been watching all of this unfold through that hidden camera. His reaction to this sausage-giving spree, let's just say he's not exactly thrilled.
Yeah, Santa does not take kindly to someone, like messing with his system, right? He sits down furious and snatches his hat back.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's threatened by this kind of act of unconventional generosity.
That's the fascinating thing about Santa's reaction. He's supposed to be the embodiment of holiday cheer.
Right.
But the poem reveals a different side to him.
Yeah.
A side that's obsessed with control and order. It makes you wonder if his entire system is built on arbitrary judgments rather than genuine goodwill.
It's a far cry from the jolly gift-giving figure we're used to. This Santa feels more like a grumpy CEO who doesn't want anyone disrupting his carefully crafted image. And sadly, he just leaves Christmapus and Barry stranded, their sausage-giving mission cut short.
It's a poignant moment. Even Barry, who initially seemed game for anything, gives up. He's out of beer and over the whole saving Christmas thing.
Yeah.
It's Christmapus who truly understands the need for a different kind of holiday spirit.
Okay.
One that looks beyond the surface and sees the value in everyone.
And this is where the story takes another unexpected turn. Remember those kids Christmapus and Barry helped? Well, one of them sees Christmapus stranded on the beach. This kid, described as so boring and dim, recognizes Christmapus's kindness and steps in to help.
Such a powerful contrast to Santa's reaction. This child, deemed insignificant by society's standards, recognizes the true meaning of generosity. They even call out Santa, saying Santa's a jerk. It's as if they see the flaws in Santa's system more clearly than anyone.
It's a beautiful moment of connection.
Yeah.
Two beings, initially dismissed as unimportant, find kinship in their shared experience of being overlooked. And it's this child who helps Christmapus return to the ocean, defeated but not broken.
Exactly. Christmapus returns to the water with a newfound understanding of the complexities of Christmas. He realizes that while the holiday can be a time of joy, it's also riddled with unfairness and arbitrary judgments. He even questions the entire premise of cramming everything into a single day. Why not spread that generosity throughout the year?
It's a question we could all benefit from asking ourselves. Why this singular focus on Christmas? What if we embrace the spirit of giving and compassion year-round And what would it look like to challenge the idea of who's deserving and who's not?
These are questions that linger long after you finish the poem. Christmapus, the Christmas octopus, doesn't offer easy answers. Instead, it encourages us to question our deeply ingrained beliefs about the holidays and the systems we create around them.
And that brings us to the poem's final thought-provoking message. It's a call to action, a challenge to the reader, or in our case, the listener. The poem ends with this, like, almost whimsical challenge, right? Next time you're, feeling festive, consider leaving out some sausage for Christmas. It seems silly, right? But what if it's more than that?
That's where the true brilliance of this poem lies. It takes this, ridiculous image, a sausage-loving Christmas octopus, and uses it to make a really profound point about generosity and challenging the status quo. Leaving out sausage for Christmapus becomes like a symbolic act,
Right.
a way to acknowledge those who are often overlooked and to challenge the traditional notions of who deserves our kindness.
It's like saying, hey, we see you, Christmas, even if the rest of the world doesn't.
Right.
And by extension, we see all those who identify with Christmas, the outcasts, the misfits, the ones who don't quite fit the mold.
Exactly. It's a reminder that true generosity isn't about following a set of rules or adhering to societal expectations. It's about recognizing the inherent worth in everyone and offering kindness without judgment. It's about embracing the unexpected and challenging the systems that perpetuate inequality.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive into the surprisingly deep world of Christmapus, the Christmas octopus, it's clear this isn't just a silly poem about a, sausage-loving sea creature. It's a call to action, a challenge to examine our own biases and to redefine what it means to be generous, not just during the holidays, but all year round.
And maybe, just maybe, if we can learn to see the world through the eyes of a Christmas octopus, we can create a world where everyone feels seen, valued, and worthy of a little holiday cheer, even if that cheer comes in the form of a sausage.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope it's inspired you to think differently about your own relationship with generosity and the traditions we often take for granted. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember, sometimes the most profound lessons come from the most unexpected places.